So as you can see, my guy came in woofing. It's been about a month and a half without a haircut, so we're gonna knock down the top to a 2 guard with the lever closed, and we're just going with the grain of the hair. And the reason I chose the 2 guard around the crown area is because, you know, as you could tell, it is very light in comparison to the rest. So I want to keep a bigger guard in his crown and then knock down the rest with a smaller guard to make it look like a more even, consistent look. So now right where we left off with the 2, I slapped on my 1.5 with the lever open, and we're just going to knock down his hair. And usually this client, when he comes in consistently, his waves are really in there. But because it's been such a while without a haircut, you know, it's kind of scrambled and everywhere. But we're going to go ahead and get him back right to get him back. And now we're doing the same thing. You can see where I left off with the 2, and I'm just coming in with that 1.5 open. Trying to get it nice and laid down. And now I just grab my brush to try to lay the hair back down, and then my blow dryer to get rid of any loose hairs. And now we're going to come in with my trimmer, and we're going to establish this bald line right below the bottom of the ear. And we're just going straight across, not trying to give it any shape here. And now we're going to follow it up with a shaver to get it closer to the skin. And as you can see, this client's nape area is very light, so you want to make sure that you don't take the taper up too high, because it will be very easy to do so. So now we're going to come in with that lever open, going up about a finger's width here, and we're going to follow that same shape straight across. And I'm being conscious not to take this taper above that bone, which is that indentation at the top. And as you can see, it didn't take much to kind of get rid of that line in the middle. Because the hair is so light, that bald to open transition kind of naturally just happened, which made our job way easier. And sometimes you get that with clients, and then other times the hair is so thick that you really got to put a lot of work to get that line out. So now we're going to come in with that 1 guard open, again a finger's width, staying real consistent, following our system here. And as you can see, I'm staying right below that bone. And now right here, I close that 1 guard, and we're going to try to lighten up that line in between. Because like I said, the area is light, so that transition might just happen. And I don't believe we come in with our half guard. So now we're going to grab our 2 guard open, which is the biggest guard that we are going to use. And that should blend into his length in the back. And I'm being careful not to go above that occipital bone that I was talking about here. And now we're going to begin blending down to get rid of that last line. So I'm going to grab my 1.5 open, and then I'll close it little by little as needed. And as you can see, I closed that 1.5 all the way. And one thing I want you to notice is I'm combing and brushing the hair as I pass the clipper. And the reason for that is, especially with this hair texture, is when you cut against the grain, it lifts up the hair and tends to coil it up. So when you brush, you're laying it back down and allowing the clipper to feed through the hair a lot better. And again, I had said I didn't know if I came back to that half guard, but I did to try to clean up that last little line here. And I'm really utilizing the corner of that blade to get into those dark areas. But as you can see, this taper is coming out super clean. And now we're going to move into the side taper. So I'm going to come in with my lever closed. And I'm going to establish my line right at the end of the eyebrow and where the ear connects to the head. And now above that, I'm going to go lever all the way open, and we're going to go up a finger's width once again. And the reason I started off with my lever closed and not the trimmer is because it's going to make getting rid of that first line a lot easier. So as you can see, I closed it halfway, and that should pretty much blend out that line. And now I'm going to grab my one guard with that lever open and do the same exact thing. Go up about a finger's width. And you see I'm kind of giving the taper a burst kind of effect. And that's going to help keep the edges dark when I go ahead and line it up and make that taper really pop. And now we grabbed our 2 guard with the lever open. And like I said in the back, this should be the biggest guard that we use. And then after this 2 guard, we're going to blend down with our 1.5. So right here, I grab my 1.5 with the lever closed. And I'm trying to attack any dark spots that I see here. And this pretty much gets us through our steps, and now it's just a matter of detailing. So I went back to my 1 guard, utilizing the corner of that blade once again. And now we're going to blend into the beard. So like I said, I started off with my lever closed. So I want to, bald it out with my trimmer. And now we're going to get into the beard. And I'm using my shaver here to kind of, bring the taper closer to the skin and really make it pop. And just like we did with the taper, we're going to do a reverse taper into the beard. So I went in lever open. And to get rid of that line in between, I'm going to come in closed and then gradually open up that lever. And now we grabbed our 1 guard with the lever open and doing the same exact thing. And he likes a deeper blend into the beard, which is why I'm going so low. I'm using the corner of my blade to detail it a little bit. And now we grabbed our 1.5 with the lever open. And we're just trying to make this blend as clean as possible. And his beard is white, so it's kind of easy to blend into it. And now we're going in with the 2 guards to taper it down a little more. But that side is looking good. Now we're going to get into the lineup. So I'm starting at the top of his ear, and then I'm going to work my way towards the back. And that's going to help me get a nice round shape on the nape area without digging into it too much. And the lineup on tapers especially acts as the framework to the haircut. And that's where you're going to be able to see any details that you need to go back and clean up. So as you can see, I'm starting with his vertical bar, and now I'm going to go to his arch right at the top. And then I'll go to the bottom and meet those 2 points in the middle. And that's how I'm going to get that nice arch. And now we're going to get into the taper on the other side. And with this other side of the taper, we're going to be doing these same exact steps. So with this side, I'm not going to do too much explaining. I'm going to let you guys watch and kind of put the pieces together yourself. But I will still talk to y'all. So this tutorial is dropping after CT Barber Expo, so which means I'm already back home. I actually came back yesterday, and let me tell you, man, the CT Barber Expo was super lit. I went out there with the barber plug and the whole crew. I got to meet Wavy Kid Kev, 360 Jeezy, 4th Ken, Josh X Barber, Chris Basio, and a bunch of other YouTube barbers. And let me tell you, man, it was super encouraging and motivating to what we do, you know what I'm saying, to get around like-minded individuals who are striving, towards the same thing. So there will be a vlog dropping on about the CT Barber Expo very soon, so be on the lookout. It should be up either this week or next week, and I'm super excited to show you guys what it was like, so be on the lookout. So as you can see, this fading system is very simple. It's not too complicated. I really apply the system to every hair texture and hair type. And obviously there's minor things you need to go back and clean up. but this should pretty much get you through any haircut: mid fade, low fade, high taper, low taper, mid taper. And once you master, man, it should be good, right? So now we're just finishing off this blend into the beard. So far it's coming out super clean. He's already looking really different here. So now we have our one guard open. And he likes the beard towards his ear, you know, a lot tighter than his chin area. He likes the shape it gives his face. And I like that too personally. So that's why we like to, you know, blend deeper into the beard. And now we're going to line up his nape area. So like I said, I like to start at the top of the ear, so that way I don't risk taking that area up too high. And then I'll work my way towards the bottom. And my trimmers are zero gap for anybody who was wondering. These are the FX3 trimmers from BaByliss. Super fire trimmers. If you guys would like a review on them and the clippers, let me know down in the comments. And now I'm starting at the top of the arch and then going to the bottom and meeting it in the middle. And now for the lineup, I like to start in the middle and then work towards his left. So that's what I'm doing right here. But as you can see, his corner is very light. So I'm lining it up as if there was hair there, which can be challenging at times, but you kind of got to use your imagination a little bit and follow that straight across. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. But what you're going to see is when we get into the razor, his hairline is going to look totally different. It really brings it all together and really makes his hairline, you know, look fuller. And he doesn't like enhancements, so we keep it natural here. So now we're going to get into the razor. So with the razor, you always want to stretch the skin because you don't want to risk, you know, cutting the client. And we're just trying to sharpen it up, take it to that next level. So as you can see, it's already framing his hairline a lot better, making it look a lot darker and fuller, especially in this corner area. Same thing on this other side. And I used a light amount of hairspray before I went ahead and lined him up. That's how I'm able to get that nice white, you know, line. And his hair was very clean as well. And now with the beard, it's going to bring everything together. I like to start at the top of the beard and then work my way towards the bottom. And that's how I get that nice round shape on it without, you know, pushing the beard line down really low. But you're going to see, once we line this beard up, this cut really pops off and goes to a whole nother level. You want to make sure you brush away that initial ash line and then reline it, because you want to make sure that it's really, you know, sharp and crispy. And now we're going to do the same thing on the other side, top of the beard, and then work our way towards the bottom. We're trying to keep it as high as possible. So as you can see, the beard is tough. Now we're going to go ahead and freehand any loose hairs. Try to make that beard look a little fuller. But fam, as you can see, my guy came in looking rough, but he left looking cleaned up. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And like I said, be on the lookout for the CT Barber Expo vlog. It will be on the way soon, but like always, I will catch y'all next time.